Okay, looks like we connected with no issues, which is nice. All right, y'all. First one we're getting into is I think this is a $28,000 check fraud. We'll just go from what the narrator says. I will have to interrupt, give my commentary. So, got to make sure I'm within YouTube's guidelines. And we'll get started. Let's go. Let me read the text. I thought they were going to narrate the text. It says on August 17th, 2023, at approximately 12:41, Officer Arovo responded to a call from Regions Bank in reference to a fraud in progress. Dispatch relayed that there was an individual inside of the business committing fraud. The individual was described as a black female, braided hair, black flowered shirt, and polka dot pants. The complainant advised that the suspect was attempting to leave the scene.
Hi. So I'm here. Okay. You the lady right there in the black. Yes. Okay, ma'am, put your phone down. I'm gonna detain you for investigation for fraud. Turn around, put your hands on your back. Stick up your back. This is just a detention. If it changes, I'll let you know. Give me your hand. Somebody waiting for you outside, or did you come in?
I'm actually waiting. Something that's already taken over.
2531 detained. Where's your phone?
In my chest.
What does she have? Come up with me.
This is something.
Can I use an office?
So we have either one of these things here, conference room or.
Okay. And I need to talk to whoever she was working with also. Hold on. Come up with me. Is it okay?
This is so loud. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, somebody need to, because you run my name, you're gonna see it. I don't have any fucking record.
Okay, we can figure out what's going on.
So this right here just got me too.
I'm waiting for whoever she was working with to talk to me.
Okay.
Where's the check you were trying to cash?
They have it.
They have it? Okay. Where's your ID? Is it in your bag?
No, I have it.
What, in your pocket or your bra?
In my breast.
Okay, can I grab it? I have a glove on.
Well, it's still
You want to
touching
uncover
me.
it, you can cover it.
I'm gonna have to get it anyways. So.
You want to uncover it and then,
Wanna what?
you said you want to uncover it while we're investigating, or you think flight risk?
She was already trying to leave the scene.
Okay.
So.
I wasn't trying to leave, I just asked me if I could smoke the cigarette because I'm waiting for a Uber.
I'm waiting on them to get to the questions. I can't remember this one, so I don't remember how she answered their questions about the check. But usually how it goes is the check came in the mail. They work for somebody for a little bit. They back paying them, or it's insurance. So I'm waiting because I don't remember what her story was.
Cashed another one for a larger amount at the Dr. Phillips location, probably a few minutes ago earlier today. The owner of the account asked me to have her call the cops and have her arrested because they want to question her.
What's their name on the account?
So this is a real company.
This is a real company.
But they say that this is not their check.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. We'll probably need to get some contact information from like a phone call or
I
anything.
gave it to the dispatcher.
All right.
Yes.
We may or may not get it back, but we get it from you as well.
Absolutely.
We'll work on this. All right.
Okay, thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am.
Do you want to keep that?
Oh, just for now we will.
Okay,
Okay. All
no
right.
problem.
All right, so this is just something that I have to read whenever something happens and we're investigating. I'm sure you know what it is. Miranda rights.
Well, yeah.
Right. So, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Okay, for those that look out for those Miranda rights, she is being asked very early on, or she's being told her Miranda rights very early on for this one.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand? Okay. Can you tell me where you got the check from?
It was mailed to me because
Okay, there I got it mailed to her. That's number one.
through the marketplace. So with me not putting my business actually out there, because I don't need a certificate or anything when it's coming to my property or what I'm doing with my food or how I choose to help people, you know. But marketplace, he sent me the check, and all of a sudden I'm getting this. I live over here in Orlando. My ID says so. So this is really some, because I don't even have a record. This is crazy.
You said
So-
marketplace, like Facebook marketplace?
Yes.
Okay, why is he sending you a check?
Well, because of the deposit that he was putting down for the renting of the space that he wanted.
So you're a tenant or a landlord? And
Yeah.
they're trying
So
to, okay, they're trying to rent your property.
yeah, trying to get some extra money. I'm trying to get an RV, trying to get out of here. And the best way to do it, if I can rent out property, if I can sell off plates, or if I can just help anyone, anything, any kind of way I can do it.
If you came in later, just so y'all know, the check is from a real company, but that is not their check. So the company's real, but that is not a check that they issued. So it could be, I'm just gonna say, because they were mad at me for, because, okay, y'all, there was a group of people that we saw in the last one, and the charges ended up being dropped, but the beginning still had a lot of suspicious activity that, for me, as much as I watch a lot of these, you are more likely to be profiled if you're Black. So I will not take that fact away. But their answers out of their own mouth were crazy. So, like, for instance, saying she took an Uber, but her whole friends were outside in the car, that still was a lie. I don't know why she did that. The other one was she didn't know why she was getting an insurance check. If you're expecting a check from insurance, you usually know why. So for me, it was suspicious until it wasn't. I don't know why the charges were dropped, but I would still maintain there was suspicious activity. So I'm not backing down from that. So, but what I'm going to say on this one is, for now, I guess there's somebody that sent her a fraudulent check. Don't know if she was actually renting out space or not. That's where I'll sit with this one. But I ain't taking the other one back because it was still suspicious activity that you can't take back. And I don't know what happened with that court proceeding to drop the charges. It is what it is on that one.
So they were saying that at the Dr. Phillips location of Regions, you also cashed a different check.
Well, it's from the same person. It's literally a big check. So cashing a big check in one walk. I don't have an account, which is pretty difficult to do anyways when you're trying to cash something so large.
Okay.
I'm trying to get something now so I can do this now because Kissimmee has me on their file for now to get the RV. So I'm trying to do everything before the storm comes as fast as possible.
Okay, so why didn't you cash both checks at one location? Why did you go all the way from Dr. Phillips to Ocoee?
Well, I'll do it anyways because it's not showing that you're trying to overdo it, overbear with the taking the advantage of cashing so many checks because of so many people go in, cash so many checks, they do so many things, and things turn out wrong.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, y'all, I used to work at a bank in my past life. I did used to work at a bank, and this splitting up cash and checks in different locations, it is something you're taught to look out for. That's also what the other girl did with that group. That's what she's doing. She didn't want to look suspicious, but doing multiple times in different locations just raises suspicion. It just does. And they also usually try to stay under a certain amount, which at the time when I worked there was they try to stay under 10,000 because there's more information we have to get from you. We have to get all up in your business after $10,000. So that is suspicious. Does not mean you're guilty, but it is suspicious.
So I didn't want any mishaps or anything to happen, but I didn't ever think that this would come across that I get a final check and it's this.
So If you didn't think it looked weird or you didn't think that you were doing anything wrong, why didn't you just go ahead and cash them in the same location and not really worry about that? If you're not doing anything wrong, there shouldn't be an issue.
Well,
See, it looks wrong now. You're going to two different locations.
well now, yeah, I see, but I've been doing this for years. So I'm like, I go to 3 to however many I have to, depending on the size of the check. So it's like sometimes I get more. No, I'm actually the person that does the lending for the homes, the food and stuff. So
Where's Wellington, Florida?
Wellington, Florida.
Wellington, Florida.
Yeah, that's good miles out. So.
Is it? And so you.
Okay, let me take a poll. Does any of this make sense to y'all so far? Let me know.
So you do the books for Aircraft Demolition Incorporated?
Say it was for off of Facebook. Say the marketplace.
Uh-huh.
I was advertising space.
Uh-huh.
He needed area.
Uh-huh.
I had the area.
Uh-huh.
So when it was denied, this is what came back. So I'm.
What's the name of the person that you were renting to?
Say it's Rudolph.
I'm sorry?
Rudolph.
Rudolph? That last name, first name?
No, that's the first name.
What's his last name?
Say I didn't remember. So let's just go off the first name.
So when I call up Aircraft Demolition Incorporated, they're going to have a guy named Rudolph that works there? And he's going to know all about you? Okay. Where do you stay at?
Right here in Orlando, Florida.
You're still in Orlando, Florida? Okay. Can I ask you just a straight up honest question? It's up, and again, you're under Miranda, so you know that, but did somebody borrow you or rent or your ID or social security card, any of your information or anything? Did they meet you like at the staffing center and say, hey, I'll give you money for this, that, or whatever to use your social security card or your DL driver's license?
No, but my account have been hacked 6 times, so a lot of my info has gotten out and been tampered with. So
See, this is okay. I remember the moment I said BS, BS, BS. Not that she got hacked before, but this situation does not matter if you were hacked because you were sent a check. Not a check was sent to somebody in your name, stealing your identity. You were sent a check that you're cashing. So I don't understand what hacking has to do with anything. I feel like my BS flag was raised a while ago because by the time I'm clicking play, I'm thinking we watching the ones where they already didn't have a good story. But no, ma'am, no. Hacking has nothing to do with you physically bringing in a check from Rudolph, first name, no last name, that may or may not have worked at that construction company or whatever that's demolition is said on that check. No, ma'am, no.
I'm still trying to get that straightened out right now.
And how did you get here?
I caught an Uber.
Got an Uber, okay. All right. Okay, I'll be right back. Sorry, I moved out of my car. Yes, sir.
I'll be right back.
Where did $4,800 come into play?
He's holding it. More money to hold the space so nobody else gets it.
So did you
It's
give
the
them
bigger-
a lease?
It's a bigger area. No, we haven't even gotten into. He just hurry up and sent that, and it's like, okay, we can do everything else afterwards, because if he was going to come see it, besides looking at it on photo or just live.
So I
Actual
haven't
vision.
seen it, but I'm going to give you 6 times
It's
what
to
you're
see it.
asking for it.
So see it on just camera view live versus seeing live with your eyes.
Right.
That's
I
something
understand.
totally different. So if you want
But when
to
you
make
rent
sure,
$750, I mean, even if you charge first, last, and deposit, that's only like $2,300. So he's just giving you an extra $25 for
to hold the space.
vehicle.
Hold the space, make sure
I need
nobody
friends
else
like that that just throw me an extra $2,500.
Hey,
You
if they
said this
willing to
happened
take the
on
space.
Marketplace? Pizza Marketplace?
Yeah, because you can find a lot of stuff on
Oh yeah.
Facebook's Marketplace.
You have him on Facebook then in your phone?
Say it's like one of those incognito faces, but they'll talk to you through it. Like I have one from for the RV that I was supposed to be getting off there, and nobody gets to see that person's face, but you can actually just talk to a person, or they'll call
Right,
you
but
back.
you're still talking to somebody, so you have a
Yeah, so it's
conversation
somebody
about the
I'm
lease.
talking,
Okay.
that send that, and now this, and I'm like, why?
Can you show us that? The conversation thread?
Well, I don't know if it's still there, but
Or when
It
you show
shouldn't
me
go away.
well, depending on what they do. You know, it's
It would still
Facebook.
be there on your phone. They can delete it on their phone, but it would still be on your phone.
So you have it listed now on Arch Street in Orlando for rent?
Yeah.
Because I'm not finding nothing in Orlando.
No, it's there.
What was the address?
That's another red flag. Every time they do that, okay, oh, y'all talked on Facebook. You don't remember their name? Can you just show us the conversation thread? Oh, it's probably not there anymore. Oh, it's gone. Every time.
And it's on Marketplace?
Yes.
What's the address on Arch Street?
It's 8246 Arch Street. I'm looking for the 275. It's on Ferguson off of Mercy Drive.
8246 Arch Street?
Yeah.
Off of Ferguson.
It's on Ferguson.
Well, I hate to be a pain in your butt, but that's not accurate.
It's not.
Because off of Ferguson is a 4,000 block of West Colonial Drive, so if it's a street that runs east and west, it'd be 4,000.
She done got the geolocation master as the cop that's interrogating her, y'all. She might as well stop playing with these addresses.
State Road 50, if you're talking like 50 in Ferguson, is about the 1,000 block north. So it'd be 7 miles north, which would put you in a pocket if it's an 8,000 address. Or if it's 8,000 to the west, you would be out here in Ocoee.
No, that's the address they put on. I mean, the address is on the building.
I've lived here for 30 years. I know how the number system works.
I've been here for 40. So,
Okay.
but I'm just saying the way the person that I'm even renting from is not even a.
So now
You know
you're
what?
renting from somebody else because you just told me you were renting this house.
No, I'm saying
That
the
it
house
belonged to
is
your
something
parents.
different. But I'm talking about what I'm renting now is
I
somebody
asked you
that.
about the one on Arch Street.
Yes, the
You
one
said
on
you were
Arch
renting it
Street.
for $750. It's a 3-bedroom,
It's
2
under
bath.
my dad's name, Michael Pope, which he's passed away. It's a obituary.
Do you think it's reasonable, if we took this story as truth, do you think it's reasonable for somewhere you would pay $750 a month in rent for a room, not the whole place, that a $4,800 amount for a deposit to hold the place is reasonable? I don't think that's reasonable. Even if we took this as truth.
It's in my bag.
I thought you were almost 23.
Do you need them looser? Do you need more space between your shoulders?
On my phone, actually.
I can put an extra set so you have more space between your arms.
My hands are going up.
Alright, stand up.
Oh my baby's great, man.
So,
I need to have my kids out of school.
How do you spell arch?
Yeah, I see it. Just confirm it.
They said $28,000 was cashed this morning alone out of our business account. I'm freaking out. So, go ahead.
Okay, real quick, I gotta ask you a couple of questions that'll really kind of help us, because what we want to do is change it from in custody to arrestment. So, real quick like this, have y'all had any checks stolen, or all your checks accounted for?
I am not home right this second, but I have not had any checks stolen. No,
Okay.
no, and
What do your business checks look like? Are they like, what color are they, or what do they have?
okay, this is really the only thing that was different. We had green checks, and I just ordered from Intuit QuickBooks, and it came in the mail in a box on Monday, and they're light purple. I ordered.
No. The ones we have are blue, okay? And they basically are real plain, and over in the left-hand side, it's got Aircraft Demolition Incorporated, Equine Lane, Wellington, Florida, and then it has Regents Bank, 650 North Congress Avenue, Delray Beach, Florida. Is that your bank, Regents Bank?
Okay, that's our bank, and that is our old address over 2 years ago.
Okay.
What is her, is she saying anything?
Yes, ma'am. She claims that y'all, and when I say y'all, I'm guessing your husband, who she called Rudolph, she basically was saying...
wrong name.
Yeah, I know. And so basically she was saying that y'all were trying to rent a house or property from her
and that this was payment for the property, and that she was going to various banks because she thought it looked suspicious for her to cash such a large amount from one location.
Liar. She's a 100% fraud.
Yes, ma'am.
I want her arrested.
Okay. We're working on that part of it, all right? I tell you, let me ask you a couple more questions before I send you that to verify that, okay? So, like I said,
Okay, before he gets into his next question, first of all, Teresa, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. I gotta get my little thing over on this new streaming platform. Thank you. Also, that poor business owner is freaking out. She said there's $28,000 missing from their account because of that woman. And I don't know if that 4,800 was about to be on top of the $28,000. Periwinkle is bluish purple. Okay, thank you. Yeah, clap. You know it, J 2018.
so as far as you know, that's obviously an old address, and as far as the account and everything. So, but you don't know this lady. As far as you know, you never wrote her a check, for any amount. Or
No.
kind.
What's her name? No, but no.
Melva Pope. P-O-P-E.
Nope.
Okay.
Don't know her at all. Never wrote.
All right, and I know this is a silly question, but I have to ask you. Okay, are you willing to press charges and participate in prosecution?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Hey, I just flat out asked her. I was like, "Hey, I didn't ask her if she did or not. I said, "Where'd you sign the check?" She said, "At the counter." I was like, "Here?" She said, "Yeah, lady gave me a pen to do so." I said, "I mean, not just the signature. I mean, the part with the name and everything on the check." She's like, "Yeah, I did it at the counter too."
Okay. Well, I guess we got the forgery. Ms. Pope, have you ever been in trouble with the law before?
No,
No, not at all.
I understand. This is good.
You did, so never in 2015 or never in 2005, anything like that?
No.
No?
The only thing I had was tickets.
You never got arrested before?
No.
You never been arrested before?
It's crazy.
Now, please don't tell me she lying about something they can easily verify. Lord Jesus. I see you changed your name to I'm His Good Thing Found. I see you. Thank you for the super chat, Kim. Veronica said I would go after those banks for not doing their due diligence. At $28,000, something did get missed, Veronica, I have to say.
Because according to this paper that you have, I mean, I'm just kind of throwing it out there, so.
Oh, no. I have not been arrested, not here in Orlando, Florida.
Okay. Whereabouts were you arrested?
Oh, I was never arrested. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Now, why would you say I have never been arrested not here in Orlando, Florida, if you just never been arrested, period? That is a different way to answer that question. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, in Orlando, Florida.
Is this her?
That's her.
It is her? Okay.
It's just weird.
Okay.
Literally never been there.
Okay.
I don't know what this place looks like.
You've never been arrested in a pasta?
Have you ever lived,
See, this has to be the point where people use my identification. And this is around the time where I was hacked from.
So you're trying to tell me when you were hacked, they used your identification to get arrested, and once they got either fingerprinted or whatever to verify identity, they still saying it was your name even after that. Ma'am, please stop. Just invoke your right to be silent.
2005 on up.
Okay, I just talked to the lady again.
You got a U-Haul truck? Or a U-Haul storage?
Oh, please.
What's up?
There's a lot of old things.
She says it looks like his signature, but he absolutely positively did not write the signature. So we've definitely got that.
Yeah, she said she did.
Yeah. So anyway, we got that verified on that one. Ma'am, if I can ask you a question, it's purely up to you whether or not you want to tell me or not. Is we know that this has already been done. It's already been done this morning. It's being done currently. There's somebody that's in another location that's being arrested as we speak by another agency. If you want to tell me, is this something like this where somebody contacted you and said, "Hey, this is what we'd like you to do," and you're kind of like the lower part of it? You know, is that what happened? Kind of like what I said before, or is it something different?
No, it's the contact through. They said it's from the marketplace. So on Facebook line.
No, not this aircraft company. I'm talking about this. What we've got going on here. The fact that this is.
Yeah, the people.
Yeah.
People, yeah.
Okay.
That's how. Because of, like I said, my phone has been off.
This is brutal and cringy. So they already caught somebody else that's doing the same thing. Oh, you gotta just stop talking. Y'all are a ring at this point. You're conspiracy to commit at this point.
We speak. I got someone that actually turned my phone on for me, so I can have an actual line. I can use my phone. The Facebook.
Waiting for you to see if we showed up and then they leave without you?
No.
No, they kind of dropped you off then?
No, I used to Uber.
Oh, so you really did use an Uber?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay. So you really don't have any idea who the person that gave you the check was, the blank check, right?
That's why I'm like this mystery man now, because if it ain't people that I was told, then lies all over.
Yeah.
So here I am.
Yep. And this is how this works. I mean, that's what I was saying before. This is how this works, and it's pretty ingenious on their part, you know, because that way you're the one holding the bag like this, and they're the ones that you.
I think he's trying to play good cop to the bad cop, to the one that called her on that fake address, because she's already said there is no 4,000 block where you're talking about. That would be an 8,000 block and all this other stuff. The address she was talking about, she was written out. Basically, that address didn't exist. So I think he's trying to play good cop to see what else she'll say. Like, oh, we see you as a victim too. You really got played. No, that you already told too many lies that don't make sense. No, ma'am. You renting out a room. And I know you can sublet. I know you can. But I don't think she was trying to rent out a room to somebody for real. But I think that was supposed to be the cover story used. Thank you. I'm his good thing found. Silence is key in these situations. They all forget that. Yep. Only word should be lawyer. Yes. What do the people get who sent her the check? If she's part of a ring, if she's set up, she's supposed to get a cut and they get most of the check. She's the mule. She's the pawn to go in and show her face and go to jail while they wait for her to give them the money if she doesn't get caught. So if they give her a $10,000 check, she's supposed to cash that check and they might let her keep 1,000 or something. So she's lose on this. She doesn't even get a lot of to keep a lot of it if that's this type of ring that they do. Veronica.
Took the risk of this and that. Okay. What else you need from me?
Just the last 2 minutes of our conversation.
Okay. All right. Come on over. Okay. Luckily, Brooks Chamberlain, mine wasn't. I forgot to turn my back on. So you can leave it on this one. But what she basically said was, she through Facebook Marketplace, the people threw it out there that this is what we're doing, to be part of it, kind of thing. I asked her, is she getting a percentage of the check? Was she getting a flat fee per incident? Whatever. She goes, they didn't really go over that. They just said that they were going to pay her for, reimburse her somehow that she's supposed to get a part of it. They also said they reactivated her phone for her so that they could, so that she could be in communication through Facebook or whatever the deal is like that. So she's pretty much admitted to being, and I said, so, so she pretty much, after having said, okay, you're taking the risk and, for the reward. But so I'm getting out. So that's where it comes from.
So she admitted to
Pretty much, yeah. She made admissions. I wouldn't call. I don't know if you call it a confession, but it's definitely an admission. So she's saying that basically, yeah, it's a scam. And that she knew that they provided her with a check. She did the check like this, and passed it or whatever. And I guess when they got the money, then they were supposed to be paying her at a later date. She hasn't got any. There wasn't any specific arrangement as far as how much money they were going to pay her, whether it was a percentage or a flat fee. She didn't say necessarily when they were going to give her the money or whatever. I guess they were supposed to go out and do their thing, and then I guess they would meet back up and figure it out then, I guess. So
she's the mule. She's the face. They were going to give her a little cut of the check.
She seems fairly cooperative at this point. So if you want to ask her any details, if you want to, when and where that we're supposed to meet up and all that kind of stuff, that's up to you. So what do we got? So it looks like we got 4.
I'm thinking this. Oh, I got my money. I just started recording so as I said I'm trying to get out of here. This is the whole point of getting to here. This. No, How y'all tell me, would y'all do any of this for anybody else? Just in general. If you know you should do this for somebody else. Especially, I don't know.
Can I go butt first?
Okay, it's basically ending there. So, let's get her charges. Hold on, let me see. It's at the end. It says she was charged with fraud, utter false instrument, forgery of alternate bank bill note, check draft, and larceny grand theft, 10,000 or less than 20,000, then transported and booked into Orange County Jail without incident. She was a pawn, and we're about to look at another pawn because that was our one of three. So here's our next pawn. I think she almost got away with it, but it was like too many of the similar incidents kept happening and the bank employees caught on. But here we go. Here's our next one. And she definitely finds out she's a pawn.
So, if you want to go talk to them, see what's fine. She's gonna go see why we've been called here.
Okay, give me one second.
Okay.
No, we need to talk to you. Okay, I'm talking to my son's school first.
No, we need you to go in here. I'm gonna just talk to you. We gotta find out what's going on. Can we just go in here? Please?
Yep.
Thanks.
Hold on.
All right.
Here's the idea.
No, I can stay 10.
Okay.
All right. Let me know when you're done.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So what is going on?
Okay, so they called, said that you were doing some suspicious activity. She's finding out what's going on right now. Just until we know that nothing's happening,
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay here with you while she figures out why they called us. Okay.
Okay. Literally just opened up now yesterday. Should be no reason for it.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
I'll call you guys to question because we have reason to believe that they've stolen information like credit and that kind of thing of somebody else. So we think it's a fraud ring, and we believe that she's part of it.
Okay. Is anyone else here that's on
Nobody
site?
else
It's
is
just
here.
her? Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the ID that she provided with you?
Yes,
for her?
yesterday
Okay.
and today.
Okay.
And she was here because we gave her a credit card yesterday, and she immediately transferred money off of it like a cash advance, and she was here to get the cash. But that's been what every other person has done too. So they've just kind of all been red flagged into the same group, which anybody can do what they want to with a credit card. But it's because of all of the things matching. Every one of them gave us a Duke Energy bill. Every one of them said they're traveling nurses working out of.
Okay, y'all catch the pattern. This is why she got caught. However many people they sent it in there, including her, they, as their proof of residency, they're using a Duke Energy bill, I think she said, and everybody's occupation is traveling nurse apparently. So just catch the pattern.
Orlando, and they all had out-of-state IDs.
Okay, all Michigan or just different states?
One was Illinois. I don't know the other person yesterday. I do believe was Michigan.
Okay.
But I can pull it up before you.
Okay, can you pull up everything? So how much money did she take out? Or
she hasn't. We didn't give it to her yet. We installed
okay.
her, but she was trying to get $4,000.
$4,000 today,
cash
okay.
to pay her rent. But she owns something in Michigan. She's working in Orlando, but she's staying in Wildwood. Like it just kind of all
okay. So give me everything what you have, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna see what she's saying. Thank you. Okay. What's your name, ma'am?
Madison.
Madison. All right. So they called us, I guess, because they feel like there's some fraudulent activity going on. I guess you're traveling. Can you just tell me exactly? I don't know what.
I'm a travel nurse.
Okay.
I lived in Michigan and Illinois. I owned over there. I started traveling out here. I work for Orlando Regional. I live out here with my friends. I rent for $500.
Here in Ocala?
Yes.
Okay.
I give them a bill with everything on it.
Okay.
There should have never been an issue.
Yeah, they're saying that. I guess
like, I'm really not.
They flagged your. So do you have a Florida ID or have you been issued? But you're a nurse at OARMS in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I was gonna.
How long have you been a nurse in Orlando?
A year. I've been well, not in Orlando. I've been a nurse in general a year.
Okay.
Back and forth. I'm a travel nurse.
Okay.
I'm a travel nurse. Yes.
All right. So you reside in Ocala and you go back and forth. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yes, baby, I hear you.
And you have never been issued a Florida ID?
I haven't been around to it.
You haven't been around
Yeah,
to
just have
getting
to
it.
go to the
So the
DMV.
answer is no.
No.
Okay. All right. And is this your correct information on this? Okay.
So I'm Officer Samard. I'm kind of assisting.
Okay. I'm Mindy.
Since she's not worked too many fraud cases.
Did not realize I was on mute. Okay, before we get to this part, thank you, Kim. It's the confused look on her face for me. Yeah, she uses that face a lot until she gets to that interrogation room, I think. But also the officers, if y'all will notice, I think they kind of got annoyed with the bank employees about issuing credit cards out to everybody. It was a tone that they did take in this video at some point. I was like, oh, y'all sound a little annoyed at them.
Okay.
So if you could just kind of run me through what's going on.
Okay, I'm getting copies of everything. So basically, we had already kind of been watching an account, just us in this branch that we had opened about a week and a half ago, because it was just very strange activity. Like the guy came in, he said he was a traveling nurse, perfect credit, looked beautiful on paper, income made sense with traveling nurse, all of that. Everything seemed kosher. Provided a utility bill for proof of residence because he had a out-of-state driver's license. This is that person I'm talking about. So an Illinois driver's license. We did kind of question because we're not familiar with the Illinois driver's license. We, whatever. We looked up online. It looked like all the same marks, whatever. So fast forward, the MSI that helped him had to go in his account like the next day to see something, like fixing something or doing whatever he's doing. And he noticed really weird activity on his credit card. And so, we give people a credit card. They can do whatever they want to with it. But we also are in this. I've been in it for 19 years. I know what people usually do with their credit cards and stuff. And his just didn't make any sense. He literally went on a shopping spree. He paid for something that was like something with junk. I don't know. It was like a $6,000 transaction. But anyway, so we had kind of been watching that. Yesterday, this young lady and another person, a guy came in.
That guy?
The other guy that was up here a minute ago.
What was their story? They were together?
He came in wanting a credit card specifically, which so did the other guy. So the other guy that we had been watching, he came in wanting a credit card. This guy came in wanting a credit card and an account. They knew exactly, like they came super prepared. Like I remember my other MSR also saying, like, I've never had a member come in that was so prepared. Usually if we need verification of address or something, it's an issue because people don't come in thinking you're going to have to verify their address. So he came in looking for a credit card. This guy yesterday, he came in wanting a credit card and wanting a new account with us. And while he was here with her, we mentioned to her, are you looking for the same thing or whatever? So she never actually asked for it. We kind of like what we call cross-sold it to her. But all of the information that was given to us was kind of weird information, just like he had given us. Does that make sense? Like it's out-of-state driver's license, same Duke Energy bills.
And okay, but they weren't together, or
yeah, they were together in my office.
They did physically come in together.
Yeah.
So if you look at all of these bills, there's inconsistencies with this. You can see the font is different. Even this font is different on these two. And then the other one, if it
that was how they were going to prove their address.
Right. And so now that we put them all together, because there were 3 different scenarios, but when you put them all together, you see, okay, well, that's weird. How are they all out of state? They all live somewhere that has Duke Energy. None of the bills match as far as the fonts. And the third one is different.
May I see?
Yeah, of course. And I'm going to print the other one too. Which one did?
I mean,
it's her and Kaufman. This guy's didn't print.
Yep, they cross-sold her the credit card, which I'm gonna say those banks that put pressure on the bank people to sell, that makes them vulnerable because they're like, oh, this could be another good customer. I wonder if she came in scrubs or not too. But yeah, they offered her the credit card. They sure did. That's what she said. I don't think this is Wells Fargo. They should walk back out. Hopefully we see the logo. But I don't think it was Wells Fargo. I don't think so. But I see why you asked if it was Wells Fargo.
So why was she leaving when y'all still had her driver's
Because she
license?
said we told her we were getting her cash because she came to get $4,000 in cash. So I said the tellers are working on that, and I asked her some more questions because it was our impression yesterday that the mortgage that she has on her credit report was for the house that she gave us the address for in Wildwood. So whatever that address is for her, this one.
Okay.
But now today she's telling me that the credit report mortgage is for her address in Michigan that's on her driver's license. This is where she's renting, and that's what she's wanting to get the $4,000 to pay rent for.
So
she had some questions for you guys.
Yeah. You were the one that helped
Him
this.
and the girl.
Okay.
Madison.
Did they make any small talk with you? Say if they were like in a relationship or
Yeah,
if they
were definitely in a relationship. They both met at Orlando Regional. They said they were traveling nurses, and they met there.
Okay.
And yeah, they're definitely together.
And they both live together?
No, they don't.
Were they opening up an account together?
No.
Separately?
Well, that's kind of like what she said. Like, he came in to open the account. He left for a couple minutes to take a phone call. And then I kind of asked her, I was like, hey, where do you bank? Because, just kind of how we do things. And then she's like, oh, no. And then basically that conversation initiated her opening up an account as well.
So, I'm getting a detective on his way over here. She's still talking to him?
Yeah.
I got Bowman looking at driver's license. I'm having Channel 3 to send me the formatting for driver's license in Michigan for issuing date 2021.
Oh, y'all ain't realized she right there. She is right there. She can see the police talking to the bank people, and she is on that phone hard, probably talking to the people that got her into this mess.
Still talking to him?
Thanks.
He's worried.
Okay. Well,
That's you calling me? Okay. Yes. All right. I'm listening.
he could come and sit down with you if he
He
needs
just drove off. He went to go get some food. I told him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's no problem. So, you understand the concern that the bank has?
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
In a way.
I'm sorry?
In a way. Because why? Because I opened an account and I'm trying to pull out a big amount. That's what they had explained to me.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. So they're trying to find out if your ID is fake.
Okay.
So we have ways to find out the fake. Is that your true identification or that?
5085. So they're trying to verify
Your identification. They're trying to verify that. And that was a detective that just came and spoke with you. Yeah. He's trying to figure out the whole fraudulent part of it all.
Go have a seat.
Any method advising this may be a 645 injury.
You coming in?
Yeah. I'm Detective Williams. Okay. Listen. He really bad. So don't mind my shaking. All right. I'm listening. What I need you to do is give me your real name. Okay. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be booked into jail under John Doe, and I'm going to put a bond on there where no one can bond you out. Okay. So give me your name. Julia. What is it? Julia.
Sorry.
I'm going to let you pee, and then we're going to go to the district.
Well, hold on a second, and I apologize. So I know you didn't come here alone. Where is he waiting for you at?
He left already.
No, you guys from Orlando. What kind of car does he drive?
It's a Honda, a Navy blue Honda, and it's a rental.
Okay, it's a blue Honda. It's a light blue, dark blue.
Dark blue.
Okay, 4-door, 2-door.
2-door.
Okay, and where were you parked at?
By Publix.
By Publix. Okay, so you had a conversation with him. Are you sure he left, or you told he's gonna wait for you? Because
No, he's not waiting for me. He already said I already left.
Okay, so
yeah. Especially when
he was waiting for you to call him back so you come and pick you up if you're gonna get released.
Exactly.
So are you gonna call him and tell him, hey, I'm leaving, come and get me?
Why would I do that? He has nothing to do with this. He doesn't have nothing to do with it. Ask for a ride.
Okay. What's his name?
Why?
So if it's not the guy that's involved with you in this, then let us verify that. You know, so what I'm saying, because at the end of the day,
I don't want to.
all this is going to go down on you.
I get it, but this is my doing, and this is
Okay.
with my face, and this is my thing. I don't want to involve somebody into something that they don't have anything to do with it. I just asked them to bring it to the bank.
Okay, she claiming it all on herself right now. Let me see if this the one. Yeah, okay, it's got the one where she gets in the interrogation room. Okay, she claiming it all right now. He has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
So I don't want to involve him into something, and then all I did is call him and tell him the cops are here, and then I tell him to leave, and then now I'm telling him to come back. I wouldn't want to involve him like that, to be honest. This is my mistake.
Is it not the same guy that was with you here the other day when you opened the account?
No, that's somebody different. Yeah.
Who's that guy?
He goes by some guy named Mo. To be honest.
No, but I just want to know about the car. So,
Let's get her to the district.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So they probably want you to. I'm gonna get her to. It's literally 5 minutes up the road.
Yeah.
Wait.
The district
Honestly,
office.
I've been waiting for the whole time.
Okay, let me see if they'll allow you to use
Okay,
the
please,
restroom, okay?
please. I don't mind, but
that's a purse over there. 1500. Take it out.
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back, Julia. It's easier if you just sit down first and then swing your legs around and watch your head. Watch yourself. Which office did he say? Okay.
So, open over here. Just have a seat. The detectives are going to be a little bit because they're still at the bank, but as soon as they get here, they'll come in and talk to you, okay? Want a candy bar? We got candy bars.
have a candy bar. All right, Julia. We've met already. I'm Detective Williams, like I said earlier. What's your address in Orlando? I don't have an address in Orlando. I'm staying at an Airbnb. You're staying at an Airbnb? Mm-hmm. Or I go to a hotel. I don't have a permanent address. You don't have a permanent address. What was your old one? It's my grandma's house in Miami. Okay. So before I can talk to you about the incident that happened here, I'm going to read your. Have you been arrested before? Never been arrested before. Okay. So you have right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have your presence while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, will be appointed to represent you for any question if you wish. You can decide anytime to execute these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Okay. So having that in mind, can you tell me how this all started? Working at the club. At this point, there's no reason to lie. So I met some guy named Justin. Don't know much about him. I'm looking for an apartment. So he said I can help you, and then I said okay. And obviously he told me what we were doing. Mm-hmm. So he took a picture of my face. He made the ID, and then he just told me this is what we have to do. This is the information. He made me write down the piece of paper, learn it, and then that was that. And then now we're here. Was Justin with y'all today? No. Is Justin any of these guys? No, Justin is the one that was with me yesterday that opened up. Okay. Who I was on the phone with earlier was my friend that dropped me off to the bank. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't even know what's going on. And Justin opened up an account as well? Mm-hmm. You don't know Justin's last name? What club did you meet him at? Diamond Dolls. Diamond Dolls? Yeah. And he works there? No. No? Customer. He's a customer? Yeah, I was just there drinking with my friends. We just met. Gotcha. Yeah. Do you know these guys' information? No, to be honest, I do not.
And that sucks. You've never been arrested. You meet a random guy at the club. He convinces you he can help you get more money. And now you sitting here in front of the police while Justin, no last name at this point, is out there free as a bird.
Were they there with you? Only the Justin guy. Okay, and what other guys? I just heard guys. So. Sorry. Yeah, that's who I was with. That's Justin. That's Justin? Mm-hmm. So Justin gets Richard. So today you got caught. What other banks have you gone to?
Truist.
Where was that at?
If I'm not mistaken, it was the one like in Ocala. No, this is Ocala.
This is Ocala.
Okay.
Is it a Popka? Is it
Keep going. Starts with an O. I think it's
Ocoee?
I think it was Ocoee. Yes.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
I found another ID though for Illinois.
For Illinois, yeah, I didn't get to use it yet.
Okay.
Y'all heard that? She had another ID and she said, I didn't get to use it yet.
Are you sure about that?
It was for which one? The Holly? Yeah, I used that one and then she got denied at Truist, yeah.
Okay. What about TD Bank?
She got denied as well.
There's credit cards.
She shouldn't have any credit cards.
All right.
That I know of, I thought she got denied, to my understanding.
So
I don't know if he, because obviously, I'll tell you, we put it towards an address that we can get mail to.
Mhm.
That's what he does, and then they get the cards to there. So
Okay.
I don't know if he was able to grab the card himself.
So when you go, is it always in person?
Yes.
You never go anywhere, or you never do anything online? Mm-hmm. So you go in person. Mm-hmm. All right, give me 2 seconds.
And then the TD, the only thing I have for the Holly one is a debit card.
Okay, so you have a debit card. So you open an account?
Yeah.
TD Bank?
Yeah, for the Holly one.
And for Stephanie?
Stephanie, I don't believe so. I don't think I got to
There's a debit card.
There's a debit card for her, so then I.
So you.
But I don't think that she got approved. So
when you say approved, what do you mean?
Like for a credit card.
For a credit card.
Yes.
So this.
These are just checking accounts.
Okay, so you.
Yeah,
and when you open those checking accounts, do you deposit money in there?
Just up to how much they need to open up the account, which is like
$50.
Yeah.
So you would go to the bank, open the account, and then what?
Ask if I can apply for a credit card.
That same day?
Mm-hmm.
Do they usually let you apply for a card that day?
Mm-hmm.
And then you may or may not be approved?
You have to wait for the approval.
The approval, okay. And then after it's approved, what happens?
I wouldn't really be able to tell you because I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
So yeah, when she's saying she's using that third person when she's talking about Holly or Dolly, whoever identity she took on with one of those out of state licenses. So when she says when she's using that fake name, she's saying that person that she was pretending to be. So yeah, she's talking about herself and using somebody, another persona, another name.
Okay. So when did you start doing this?
Just a few days ago.
A few days ago?
Yeah. Maybe like a week, if that.
How do you communicate with Justin?
There's an app called Telegram.
An app called Telegram?
Mm-hmm. And then he gave me a number.
So Telegram has a phone number?
No, it's through an app, like an app name.
Okay.
There's no phone number.
So it would be
like your first name, last name type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his just says Justin S.
Justin S.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that you were with, who is he?
The one from yesterday? That's Justin.
No. The one that was driving today. Is that a friend of yours?
Oh yeah, that's just my friend Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have nothing to do with nothing. Yeah, since I don't have a car, I asked him if he can take me to the bank.
Okay.
Because Justin had called me and told me that they blocked the account.
Okay.
That I needed to go and block it. So I just asked my friend to take me to the bank, and now we're here.
Does Justin expect anything from you after doing this?
What do you mean?
Money?
I mean, originally I was supposed to take out the money, and then we were supposed to split it.
Split it.
You know what this is? This is like the new form of prostitution. That's what this is like. Because the guys, it seems like, keep getting these women to go to these banks and do all this stuff, and then the women do the most risk and the guys get the biggest split. This seems like PIMP and prostitution, just a different way of doing it.
When he takes out money, does he split with you?
I don't know if he takes out money.
You don't know?
I never seen him split.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't get that far.
I understand. All right. Officer or Detective Rodriguez may have something else he wants to ask you.
Okay.
Maybe that I didn't cover. Okay. Do you need anything else?
No, I just have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to write down numbers when I go to jail?
I'll check on my sergeant, okay?
Okay. I just want to be able to call my mom.
Your mom. All right.
Hey, Julia, I'm Detective Rodriguez. You got enough water?
Yeah.
Okay. So searching your.
Before he starts, that way I don't interrupt him. Usually it involves someone's identity. They might mix and match. So they might match a social security number, mix that up with someone else's face and stuff like that. But yeah, someone's identity in this setup is getting stolen.
First, we noticed several receipts for Truist Bank. All right. How many different Truist accounts were opened up?
3.
There's 3 different ones?
I'll leave the stuff in here. What I did today.
You did one today?
No, like the face that I used today at the Madison.
Oh, the Madison. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So those are the 3?
Yeah.
So for those separate accounts, did you make any withdrawals? Did you make any deposits?
No, not on my end.
Okay.
Like I wasn't able to. Because
Right.
I don't know what they mostly got denied for like the credit applications.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to do much with them.
Okay.
I just have one question.
Sure.
How deep does this go? Because you guys just showed me somebody I've never seen before.
That's who showed you who?
Like there's another guy. So
right now this is what we're trying to figure out. All right. You've been straight, you've been real cooperative, and we appreciate that. We'll make sure that that's going to be notated, okay? But it's just something that we're still looking into, trying to figure out right now, okay? So you said those 3 different people, you opened 3 different accounts at Truist Bank. Did you make any deposits?
Just anything? Like my regular money of just opening up an account, like the $50, $100 that they require to open up the bank account.
There was something, a receipt that mentions like 2,000 or something for a Truist account.
Are you sure it's not my Truist account with my name on it?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. It doesn't specify any names.
It could be for my account.
Okay, so you have a personal account with
Truist, yes. Me and Julia.
Okay. All right. Just hang tight a few more. All right. Thank you.
She was charged with organized fraud, forgery, and identity theft.
There you go. So she's, like she said, does it go? How deep does this go? Is people involved she don't even know about? I think she had. I don't know if she has a child. I thought maybe in one of the versions I heard her mention a child. Yeah, she's definitely going to jail. Depending on if they can track any of those guys down, most of it's gonna stick to her. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, some banks take you through hoops, and others are like, okay, that's good enough. All right. Last but not least, this home care nurse took $50,000 from her elderly patient, is how I understand it.
This is 34-year-old Anit Noel. On July 25th, 2024, Palm Beach County sheriffs responded to a local city bank to conduct a check fraud investigation. Detectives received a call from a nursing services company to report an employee that had not returned to work after an alleged theft. The investigation reveals that Mrs. Noel has cashed 7 different checks totaling over $50,000 from an elderly woman she was a caretaker for.
Like I said, I'm going to be direct. You have 2 options, all right? The first option is, obviously, I tell you, don't take off running because I will catch you. One of us will catch you. So I just tell you that just because. So your first option is you come with us. I put you in handcuffs. This is per policy. I take you up to the station. Detective wants to talk to you about a case. I guess something to do with fraud. I don't know. I couldn't tell you exactly. This is you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. It was like some check or something like that.
I see.
I'm not sure. So, so this first option is I take you in the police car.
I see how it is.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I take you in the police car. You talk to the detective, and you square it out with him.
Okay.
That's your first option. Second option is I'm going to be direct with you again. I put you in the police car, and I just take you to jail, and you fight the case in tomorrow or 30 days or whatever it is.
Okay, I see what it is. It was when you're trying to do the what's the name of it? The loan online.
Yeah.
It was my brother that had given me the number to call.
Yeah. So listen, before you tell me, I'm not familiar because from me and my guys and my sergeant.
I know. I'm just trying to tell you how it is.
Yeah. We come pick up people for these detectives and stuff like that.
Okay.
So to get you quicker in the station and quicker back home, are you willing to talk to the detective?
I don't care. I don't mind because I know.
Do you want to give him your side of the story?
Yeah.
Because I know I didn't.
It can only benefit you. Okay?
Sure, because I know I didn't do nothing wrong. That's why when they come to the house, I said.
That's why we're not putting you in cuffs now.
Okay.
Invoke your right to remain silent. Invoke your right to remain silent. You will have to sit in that jail for the night. But the way these people, if she did the crime, oh well, she's gonna get herself in trouble either way. But I'm just saying, a lot of times people be adding on extra stuff. Remain silent.
We do have to escort you.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
And when you do go in one of our cars, you do have to get handcuffed.
Okay, but I have to go. Is it okay?
You're here now.
The bank surveillance video shows her with long hair and sunglasses. So detectives speak with a coworker and the manager of the nursing services company in effort to positively identify Miss Noel.
If you can, just raise your right hand for me. You swear everything you're going to tell me is the truth?
Yes.
Okay. And just let me know if you recognize this person at all.
Mm-hmm. No.
Just a couple different angles of the person.
No. The best people who could definitely know if she had tattoo was the other people who worked with her there. But I haven't seen her in years, so
okay.
I can't say. That's a hard picture for me to say. Okay. And with the glasses on, it's hard for me to say that's her.
Okay. Raise your right hand. You swear everything you're going to tell me is the truth? Okay. So these are some photographs from a Citibank ATM machine.
Mm-hmm.
This is dated 5/9/2023.
Yeah.
I think the person they're talking to now, I think this is one of her co-workers that maybe can help identify her if I'm not mistaken. I turned around for a second, so I apologize, y'all. I think this is one of her co-workers.
Do you recognize who that person is?
I do, yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that person in the photos?
I think her name is Ines or something. I'm not sure of her name exactly, but
okay.
She worked there. She
worked for Miss.
Yes.
Is it Amy Noel?
I don't know her last name, but I know her in person. It's something of Amy or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some other photos.
Yeah.
That would be a need for sure. Yeah. How do you know her? From
work. From
were you guys colleagues? Like work together, same company?
Yeah, but I didn't have any like friendly conversation with her.
She making sure people know, look, I know her face. We worked at the same place, but I don't know her. I'm not associated with her in any way.
Like not friends, but just you guys work together through work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many times do you think you've spoken with her or seen her in person?
Well, pass by, but not like really speak like in depth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you mean like pass by, what do you mean like seeing her at nurse house?
Yeah, nurse house.
Okay.
Nurse house.
So would Init be there working, and then when she finished, would you come to
Yeah,
work?
it's like
switch.
Yeah,
Okay, so
shift. Yeah.
this is another close-up photo.
Yes, that's her.
That's her. Okay.
Mrs. Noel claims the woman she was nursing for agreed to help pay her bills and gave her free rein to write and sign her checks.
So was it full nursing services?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you do for them?
I was a caregiver.
Caregiver?
Yes.
Okay. And did Miss Weber ever pay you for anything?
No, she never paid me like cash. No, she never paid me cash.
Okay.
It was one time that I was on the phone with my friend. She overheard me talking to my friend, and I was a little bit behind for my rent and stuff for my bill. So I was asking my friend if they can let me borrow money until I get paid for the following weeks I was supposed to get paid. And when I was over, like the call was done, and she's like, "I can't help you."
So her story is she was dry begging on the phone with her friend in front of her elderly patient, and the elderly patient was like, "Oh, if you need help, I can help you." I believe in the dry begging part. I don't believe that woman was like, "You can take $50,000 or maybe even $8." I don't know, but definitely not $50,000.
Pay your bill. I said first, before I do that, I have to call the office and let them know that you offer me help before I take anything from you.
And you behind on a light bill up to $50,000. This does not make sense. I just feel like just be quiet and get a lawyer.
She said you don't have to. It's my money. I do whatever I want to do. I said I understand it's your money, but there's a policy. They told me when I was getting the application done, you cannot get anything from them. She said you don't have to. It's my money. Like I said, it's my money. I do whatever I want to do with it. You don't have to confirm the office. You can go ahead and get it. I said, as long I'm not gonna be in problem.
So now also let's put it on to the patient that they said don't tell the company that I'm giving you money. And she wanted to be a great employee and alert the company that the woman offered her money, but the woman said, no, don't tell them I'm giving you this money.
Okay. She said, no, you're not gonna be in problem. I'm the one that offer it to you. You're not the one that asked me. I said, okay, no problem, sis. I needed to, you know how it is if you don't pay your bill, so they're gonna kick you out. I said, well, as long as I'm not gonna be in problem, okay.
Okay, so did she end up giving you money?
No, she didn't give me money. She had given me a check.
Okay. For how much?
It was 9,000 something. It was.
That's a lot of money.
Yes.
What bills were you behind that you owed that much money?
It was my rent and my electricity plus my phone bill. Like I have T-Mobile plus my phone bill that I was a little bit behind. And when I said when she gave it to me, I said, "Are you sure? Are you really sure?" Because you know those clients, they might they give you something and they turn around and say they never give it to you. Before I take it, I said, "Are you sure? With all your heart, you going to him?" And she said, "Yes, I'm the one that offer you, not you."
All right,
said,
so
okay.
she wrote you a check for over $9,000.
Yes.
Okay.
So she begged you to take her money. That's what I heard. She begged you, take the money.
That was the only check she ever wrote you? Okay. And did she write it out to you?
Yes.
Okay. Did
And this is why she should remain silent. They asked, did she write it out to you? They're obviously going to say, we know she didn't write it out to you.
when you worked with Miss, did she ever write checks to pay bills or anything? Do you ever help her with any of that?
No. She has someone that came to the house to help. She have like a friend.
Is that okay from across the street?
Yes.
And she would come over and help her with bills and stuff?
Pay, like when she wanted to pay the company, she the one that come over to do all that with her.
Help her with the bills and pay the company.
I never help her with no bills.
Okay, never help her write checks or anything.
The lady across the street do all that.
Okay. All right.
I wonder did the lady across the street notice missing checks since she's used to helping her friend. I wonder if she was like, okay, now I should have been check number blank 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 next. So we'll see.
So I want to show you some things. So take a look at this photo here. All right. That's you at Citibank. I think it's dated 5/9 of 2023. It's about 3:07 in the afternoon in the video. All right. That check there that's in your hand was for about $9,000. Is that the check that you're saying that she gave you?
Yes. Those are the checks, yes.
All right, because that check, I know these are some photos from video surveillance, but when you watch the video, you can see clear as day. You can see your name and $9,000 on there. So that's the check that you're saying that she paid you to help you pay some bills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it was returned.
What was returned?
The bank had returned it.
The bank returned it?
Yeah.
Why did they return it?
I don't know.
So what happened after that when?
I didn't have the chance to use it because the bank just returned it. It was returned after I deposited. It was returned.
Interesting. Now, did you write that check or did she?
She did.
Okay.
I never write the check myself.
Okay, because I spoke with her and I spoke with the neighbor and I spoke with another helper, and that's not her handwriting.
There we go. She wrote the check. The neighbor that helps her do the checks, and who else they say? I forgot just that fast because I was already with my. There you go. That woman did not write her checks. Like, you have to know they're gonna compare handwriting on checks. That's the basics. That's the basics.
This check is not her handwriting. She doesn't sign her name in print. She signs it in cursive. So
this is my handwriting right here.
That's your hand.
Look at her face when they tell her this. Hold on, let's go back. Look at her face. She's thinking. Them wheels is turning.
It's not her handwriting. She doesn't sign her name in print. She signs it in cursive. So
this is my handwriting right here.
That's your handwriting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that handwriting looks the exact same as the rest of it. Because this isn't Miss Wagner's handwriting. So why is this check filled out in your handwriting?
No, this is my handwriting right here, signed in.
Yeah, you're signing the back, but I'm saying that handwriting is the same handwriting on the front of the check, where it says payable to you, the date.
And he already asked her, do you ever help her fill out any of her checks? And she said, no, never. It's the friend across the street.
Her name is printed, but she don't print her name. She signs her name in cursive. So, the neighbor and the other helper says that, they help write, they help her with banking and stuff like that. Like, this is not Wagner's handwriting. So why is this whole check filled out in your handwriting and not Miss Wagner's?
To be honest, that's my handwriting. She's the one that always helped me.
Okay, because she don't write like that. I need you to be honest with me. Obviously, you're here for a reason. I mean, that's not Wagner's handwriting. So why'd you fill this check out?
She asked.
She asked you to fill it out?
Yeah.
Now, did she not say she's never asked to help fill out those checks? She does not fill out checks for that woman. Didn't she just say that a few minutes ago? Now, because they're telling you, we know you wrote this check. Now it's she asked me to fill it out.
Because when she was asking to help, so like I said, I asked her, are you sure? Mm-hmm. We all your heart, we all you that you wanted to help me. She said, like I said, I don't want that said I wanted to help you. You didn't ask me for help. And I said, as long as you know I'm not gonna be in problem, okay.
Yeah, you're saying she wanted you to help.
She wanted to help me. And I said, you the one that said do not call the office, because I was going to call the office.
I get that, but why is this written out all in your handwriting and not hers?
She told me.
She told you to write it out?
Yes.
So why didn't you tell me that up front when I asked you about all that?
No, but this is my hand. This is how I sign. But she asked me to do the check.
Okay, but when I
and even when he told her that check, he said that's not how she signs her name. She doesn't print her name. She said, "Oh," and she points to the only part at the time that she's identifying as her handwriting. Now it's I did write the whole thing. She let me write the whole check. Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
I first asked about that, why did you tell me that was her and not you? And now you're telling me that you wrote it. Why didn't you just tell me that up front and be honest?
I'll be honest with you.
Now you are.
But
I'll
you
be
honest.
You weren't at first because you kept telling me she wrote this.
Yeah.
You know, and now you can see that it's all your handwriting. You know, now you're telling me that she told you to write this out for her. So why didn't you just tell me that in the beginning instead of saying that she wrote it and you only signed it? I don't think you're being honest with me.
Trust me, I am. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, cause
I don't think you're being honest with me. So this is check 266. It's all in the same handwriting again. The front of the check and the signature. That one's for $5,000. It's dated March 26, 23. So why did you get another $5,000 from her?
she always wanted her help, not me. I never asked her for help.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you told me she's only written you one check for the $9,000. And there's two checks.
Do she say she didn't help, or
Well, I want you to explain why there's two checks. You told me there was only one.
She was helping me.
Okay, but
like I said, she was
you told
helping.
me she's only written you one check.
Oh, y'all, that means the lies are gonna keep coming. The first check was for $9,000. He just showed her a $5,000 check. Remember, the title of this original video is $50,000 check scam. So we're not even at half yet. We're not even at half yet. Not by her ears and oh god, peanut head. I haven't heard peanut head in a while. Oh my gosh. Ma'am, this is not looking good.
Then I asked her.
And now you got two checks.
I asked her. Then when I need help, I went
So
back to her.
You've asked her for more checks.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's another one. Check 267. Same handwriting. This one's dated March 26, 23. It's the same day. So she gave you a check for $5,000, and then on the same day she wrote you another check for $3,800.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of money. And then on April 17th of 23 is check 269 for $8,800, all in the same handwriting.
Yep.
Check 270, dated 4/21, same thing, same handwriting, $5,800, all in the same handwriting. And then you have check 271, dated 4/24/23, $9,000, same handwriting, same signature. And then check 272, dated 4/30/23 for $9,500. So all these checks are all in the same handwriting, all within what? Just 2 months? It's a lot of money in 2 months.
So they all a couple of them are returned.
It's almost over $50,000 in 2 months.
Some of them was returned. I have not the chance
But
to use. They all returned.
Where did you need $50,000 for in 2 months?
To pay my bill to help.
What bill?
If you got bills, he said 4 months. If you got bills that add up to $50,000 in 4 months, I need you to teach the rest of us how to, how you getting access to all this stuff. What are you doing? I know she doesn't have bills that equal that much, by the way. I'm just being sarcastic. But she said, yep, it went from only one check to he just started handing another document. Here go another one. Girl, get a lawyer.
My rent, my
$50,000?
Some of, like I said to you, some of them are returned. I didn't really have a chance to use
I get
all
that some of them are returned, but that's a lot of money to be asking her for help, if that's the truth.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Wagner said that she never authorized any of these checks, never wrote any of these checks, and all these checks are missing out of her checkbook.
Trust me, I never go to her thing. Like I said, I had explained everything to the other or the sheriff that had came to my house. I said the same thing.
What sheriff was that?
Like they had came to my house last year, I believe. Yeah, they
That
had.
must be for something different.
No, for
it was never
it
for
was the
this.
same. Yes, it was the same thing.
There's nothing.
No, that means, oh my gosh, she told on herself again, y'all. He's telling her it wasn't for this. She's insisting it was, which means you're being investigated for another fraudulent crime, right? That's what that means. He's like, no, I'm actually not here for anything else from that. I'm here for this. Oh no, the sheriff came to talk to me about this. Girl, how many fraudulent checks have you written?
Never documented in any of the reports.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
I'm the only one that ever reached out to you.
Yeah?
And that's today.
There's someone, I forgot, it was a black guy, I forgot his name, because they had came.
But I don't see anywhere in this report where anyone's ever reached out to you.
I know, I don't know why, but they had came to me and I sent it, I showed it to them.
It must be for something different because it would be documented in here.
It's from the exact same thing.
There's only a couple reports that were done with Ms. Wagner, and then I took over from there. Nothing mentions ever meeting with you or speaking with you.
I don't know why, but yeah. So trust me, I be honest with all my heart before I even get the help, and I asked her, "You sure? You really wanna do that?" And she thinks she has dementia. So I said, before you do anything, let me call the office. He said, you don't have to. I'm the one that said I wanted to help you. So it's me. You didn't ask. So why would you want to call? I said, I don't want to get in trouble. She's like, no, how you gonna get in trouble? Who gonna talk? I said, I don't know. You never know what's gonna happen. And she said, no, nothing gonna happen. So I said, okay.
Girl, and she keeps saying, trust me, 100% honest, trust me. Stop saying it. Please stop saying it. It's starting to get to me. Professor Purple Queen, thank you for the cash app. I caught it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
So we just go for there.
So what is this withdrawal here? Ms. Wagner said that you went with her that day you drove her to the bank to do that cash withdrawal.
She did that herself, not me.
Yeah, but I think she said you drove her there.
Yeah, she asked me to drive her to the bank, yes. Okay. That was her, not me.
Yeah. So
that day we went to the drive-thru.
You remember that day? When you went to the drive-thru, what was she taking $8,800?
I have no idea. Even the bank asked her, why are you taking so much? She said, I just want it. No, I didn't do that one. It was her.
So she said she took that money out and she went back in that envelope to get cash or whatever, and there was only like $120 in there, and the rest was missing.
Hold on. So she went to the drive-thru and withdrew $8,800, and then when she went back to the envelope, it was only $100 and some left. Is that what he said? I gotta go back because we're almost done anyway. So we only got a little time left. I need to go back and hear what happened at this drive-thru. Cash withdrawal. Okay.
So what is this withdrawal here? Ms. Wagner said that you went with her that day you drove her to the bank to do that cash withdrawal.
She did that herself, not me.
Yeah, but I think she said you drove her there.
Yeah, she asked me to drive her to the bank, yes. Okay. That was her, not me.
Yeah. So
that day we went to the drive-thru.
You remember that day? When you went to the drive-thru, what was she taking $8,800?
I have no idea. Even the bank asked her, why are you taking so much? She said, I just want it. No, I didn't do that one. It was her.
So she said she took that money out and she went back in that envelope to get cash or whatever, and there was only like $120 in there, and the rest was missing.
Everything was in her.
That is shameful. That is so shameful. Shame on you. Shame. Game of Thrones. Shame.
First, she had that person the whole day when I was there. She was in the living room the whole day.
So you remember, at first she tried to, she was acting like she couldn't remember the day she took her to the drive-thru to get $8,800. But now you remember when y'all got back home and she was in the living room the whole day or whatever. Girl, that woman's never getting her money back.
Because that's where she sit and watch TV, eat and drink her coffee in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
where
I've
she
been
was.
in there.
Yeah, that's where she been the whole day. So
Where do you bank at?
for now,
Mm-hmm.
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo now?
Yes.
You were banking at Citibank for a little bit?
TD? City?
Citibank, yeah.
Not for long. No.
Yeah, I know, because
Yeah.
I mean, you opened up an account.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like this check was in there, and then you closed it real quick.
No, they close it.
Why did they close it?
They put a hold on it, so I don't know.
Anit continues to suggest that the woman's medical condition could be the reason she does not remember the checks.
She was well aware of everything she was.
Oh, hold on, I missed it.
They put a hold on it, so I don't know.
Anit continues to suggest that the woman's medical condition could be the reason she does not remember the checks.
She was well aware of everything she was saying to me, and even the nurses that were there were saying that she's fine. She was good. You know, everything she was saying to me, it wasn't like she was lying about anything.
Okay.
So I just don't know. I know you're telling me these were gifts to help you, but she is swearing that she never
If I went
authorized
back to
any
her,
of this.
like, because I used to have dreads. I used to have dreads.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way she will remember me.
Mm-hmm.
By my.
Oh, okay. So she just doesn't remember $50,000 coming out of her account because you cut your hair. Okay.
By my hair, because I used to have burgundy on my hair.
Yeah, I see it in the video.
Yes, that's the only way she will remember. If I go now, she's not gonna remember me.
What are you going there for?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm not going. I'm just saying, if we go now, she's not gonna remember me. She will only remember me because of my hair. Because when I used to have dreads, when I walked in, that's how she remember me. She said, "I know you. You've been here before." I said, "Yes, I was literally here yesterday."
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Did you sleep here?" I said, "No, I went home and come back the next day."
Mm-hmm.
She will be asking you a question like a thousand times. Even you give her.
I don't know. Even that example of asking that woman, did she sleep in her house? She might have some night stayed in that elderly lady's house and wasn't supposed to, and then played that elderly lady for a fool. Like, oh, it's just your memory. You know how your mind's going. And the whole time she did stay at that woman's house. I don't trust nothing.
The things already, like, so that's how it is.
Okay.
Anit Noel was charged with felony grand theft, felony uttering a forged instrument, and felony fraudulent use of personal ID.
As she should have been charged. As she should have. Jeez Louise. Right. Why accept her money? Right. If she's out of her mind, then she would be offering you money out of her right mind. Exactly. So why accept it? Which is why you knew you couldn't alert your job, because one, she didn't offer it to you. So to alert your job will put them on alert to make sure you didn't take advantage of that woman. But yeah, even if it was true, then that means she's not in her right mind. So why accept money if she's not in her right mind? Just the lies, either way. All right, y'all. That was our 3 for 3. Thursday, I believe we're gonna do airport meltdowns, a couple airport meltdowns. So hopefully y'all will come back. It's already in my live feed, so you can set the notification button if you want to. But I always enjoy your company. I appreciate it. This is I'm so glad I get to share my entertainment with everybody else. We get to look at it together. All right. So I will talk to y'all soon. I hope you have a great evening. See you soon. Bye.